Oh, Marvel, thou art a hateful bitch. In a world where animators were forced to make She-Hulk twerk, Wolverine's bones get ragdolled across the screen, and some Asgardian kid's head float in the air for a $4 paycheck, now the chains have been graciously reclaimed so that Patrick Stewart can pretend he's not 8,000 years old. And coming off the whammy of seeing Star Wars, arguably the most profitable franchise of all time, flop at the box office after a 7-year hiatus, I don't think even hobo Chris Evans can save this one. Now, it's important to remember our history here. Many would-be critics and casuals alike gave Phase 4 and 5's tenure a very, very warm reception.
The film is asking a lot of us to accept the arcs they go through, but I think it's handled as best as possible.
Who can forget when Eternals literally stopped the Grim Reaper?
Can you imagine how many lives this is going to be saving? Kids, young queer folk.
Or that not recasting T'Challa was totally not a retarded marketing ploy to push Shuri into the spotlight. And of course my personal favorite, that Deadpool and Wolverine was allowed to be shit because it was funny.
Well, who's laughing now?
Even still today, there are a plethora of imbeciles coping their tits off that this movie has a chance of being anything other than complete dog shit. Unfortunately for them, the writing cannot be more brightly painted on the wall. For one, this will likely be the most expensive film ever made, so much so that clearing $1 billion would not even come close to profitability.
Can the Treasury bear such expense?
Just for reference, you could probably make like 700 obsessions with this movie's budget and marketing, and they probably will. Secondly, why is anyone pretending like this is the one where the writing will somehow become immaculate? The last good MCU project was Infinity War, and that was nearly a decade ago. They probably don't even remember how they did that. And before you dare say the Russo brothers are back to fix everything, just take a gander at Electric State and get back to me.
What makes an exciting character for you? What makes you passionate about one in particular, maybe?
Complexity, right? I mean, it's this complexity of the character. We like delivering a full experience to the audience. Are they laughing? Are they crying? Are they feeling tension? Are they scared for the character? So characters that can bring that out of the audience tend to be our favorite characters.
Okay.
I think also, like, with the complexity is like Joe and I, we're lifelong fans as well. So we like characters that you can live with for years, and that's part of the fun as well. And I think character complexity certainly helps support that.
Liar!
The average normie would struggle to name half the people in this trailer, let alone the movies they're from. Even Marvel in all their Solomonic wisdom knew this, hence the agonizing chair stream to remind everyone what the fuck is even happening. Long have many posted dick-sucking tweets praising new Marvel releases for engagement, only to now post retrospective hate tweets on the same movie now that the tide has turned. But the one thing these charlatans have stayed consistent on is not actually watching any of these films, hence their consistent poor box office reception. Marvel itself foolishly bought into these tweets, mistaking their high engagement as enthusiasm for the franchise. Remember when Sony re-released Morbius into theaters thinking it was a sleeper hit? Why is it the retards always have the money?
It's a good question.
Truth be told, today's young movie-going audience don't generally care for superhero films, in part because they're always terrible. They'd rather flock to the exploitative video game adaptations like Minecraft or FNAF, or to horror films like Backrooms and Black Phone 2. And the superhero content they do enjoy, like Invincible or The Boys, is far divorced from anything Marvel-related, besides also eventually sucking. The tenure of Spider-Man will have to be a determining factor in Doomsday's chances. While it will obviously make $10 trillion, its critical reception after the fact might further divorce the already middling reputation Doomsday has gotten from its marketing. But no, you cry. Everyone wants to see Shang-Chi fight Gambit.
No.
Michael Waldron, the genius behind the likes of Loki and Multiverse of Madness,
Yeah, that's definitely a case of me just not knowing what to do with the script.
has been assigned the colossal task of writing a script that is actually coherent. He has opted to include the TVA, incursions, time travel, and humor that made his past projects such joys to consume, and elected to leave out all that stuff like power scaling, world building, character consistency, pacing, build-up, production value, themes, set variants, detailed choreography, and all that other useless crap that nerds don't care about at all. Behold Michael, patron of screenwriters the world over. And just by happenstance, at present time, Marvel's Comic-Con announcements have just dropped. Oh sick, a Ghost Rider movie with Ryan Gosling. Hell yeah, I can't wait to— Oh, are you fucking kidding me? But at least Black Panther 3 was finally announced. Any longer and there would have been peaceful riots in Philadelphia. They also seem to have dropped the phase system after realizing it was irrelevant and no one could follow it. But more importantly, you'll notice they're not greenlighting 1,000 films and TV shows every year, as such was done after Endgame, when the coffers could not be counted. But yes, you heard me right, folks. With this new production halt, we will likely never see the likes of Echo and Wonder Man ever again. Rest in production hell, my dear friends. Now I know what you're thinking. Where is Dr. Palmer? Is he safe? Is he alright? Where's Pepper? Last we heard, she was still running Stark Industries. And surely a bunch of Iron Man suits would be more helpful than fucking Yelena. Although, what about Nick Fury and the Skrulls? What about Gaia, the most powerful creature in the whole universe? What about Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Daredevil, the Eternals, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Wasp, Monica Rambeau, Miss Marvel, Sylvie, Maria Hill, Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, and even Agatha? How dare Disney forego all these diverse characters? They should be cancelled. Actually, it's probably those actors' contracts that are cancelled. Oh, excuse me, put on hold.
What's the difference between hold and canceled?
Yes, what is?
The truth? No.
Anywho, this film seems destined to be a failure, whether it makes money or not. Marvel would have you believe this movie can be viewed in direct sequence after Endgame. The fatal flaw in this logic, of course, is that over half its characters were not even in Endgame. Like the Nazis burning corpses in 1945, Disney is desperate to make you believe the last 6 years did not happen. So I suppose that'll make Doomsday their Battle of the Bulge, the last-ditch attempt to prove they can still trick people into watching their shitty movies. I offer the very best of luck.
Not!